guys, welcome to my vegan kitchen. I'm Michelle. So it's that time of the year, guys, where I shed my hibernation fat and head into the summer. Today's video is all about what I eat in a day, and I'm not counting calories, but I'm shedding fat. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, click on that bell, and let's cook. I don't know about you guys, but this is my favorite time of the year. Spring going into summer. I love the preparation that I do to get my body ready for the summer. So like I said in the intro, this is the time that I shed fat, so I make a whole meal plan around it. I get up at about 6 o'clock and I work out. So the first thing I'm actually really consuming is water. A nice big glass of water. Then I continue with my morning, get my workout in. Currently, I'm doing intermittent fasting, so I'm eating within an 8-hour window and I'm fasting for 16 hours. Usually my day looks like I'm eating between 10 and 6, 11 to 7, or 12 to 8. It all depends on what's going on for the day. So right now, it's around 12 o'clock and I'm about to have my first meal. I'm about to break my fast and I'm gonna break it with a nice cup of mushroom coffee. Let's get about a tablespoon of coffee right in there. Now, mushroom coffee is my favorite because it contains a lot of beneficial mushrooms like reishi mushroom. Reishi mushroom and those types of mushrooms are really good for the brain. So that's why I consume mushroom coffee. I love that it benefits the health of my brain. And this coffee is really simple, it's really easy. It's one of my favorites. I'll leave the link in the description box if you guys are interested. Usually to my coffee, I'll add some cinnamon, some nutmeg, and because I'm not counting calories, but guess what? I'm counting carbs. So I'm reducing my carbs completely, and I'm also reducing my sugar. So with my coffee, there's not gonna be any type of sweetener because I'm not gonna be consuming sugar. I am gonna add a little bit of plant-based milk. You can add almond milk, soy milk, whatever tickles your fancy because it's low in carbohydrates. And this is the unsweetened type, so it has no sugar, but I did add the cinnamon and nutmeg, which is gonna give it some flavor. I'm also gonna add some MCT oil. So I added a tablespoon of MCT oil to my coffee. This will help my body burn fat more efficiently. Now with my coffee, I'm gonna have my multivitamin, and my favorite multivitamin is the Gem Bite. Guys, you know it. I love this multivitamin because all I need is one Gem Bite, not a whole bunch of other vitamins, just this one bite is all I need. It is packed with real food, guys, and bioavailable ingredients. Real bioavailable ingredients like pumpkin seeds that contain zinc, chickpeas for vitamin K, and prebiotics and probiotics. I just love the convenience of the Gem Bite. Just this one bite is all I have to take, and I love that for me. Since I've been taking the Gem Bite, I've noticed increased energy and better digestion. But you know what's my favorite part? It tastes absolutely delicious. I love it with my morning coffee. So this adds a little bit of sweet with the coffee, the perfect morning start. In my little gem box here, I also have these chill out magnesium bites, which I love. These I'm gonna save for tonight when I wanna calm down right before bed. This contains 3 types of magnesium, so I love it before bed because it really gets me prepared for a good night's sleep. But we'll come back to these because this is for bedtime. Ooh, what a treat. I wanna thank Gem for sponsoring this video. Thank you, Gem. So friends, if you want to simplify your life with just one multivitamin, check out the Gem Bite. I'll leave all the information in the description box. Use my code MyVeganKitchenLife for some savings off your purchase. All right, on to the next meal. Guys, when I tell you this have become my favorite meal. So you guys know how I love porridge, right? I'm always talking about porridge. I guess it's just the way I grew up in Jamaica. That's all we eat is porridge. Now, when I decided to do this low carb meal throughout the day, it was challenging because, again, I love porridge. And grains have a lot of carbohydrates, a ton. But this simple porridge is packed with protein and very little carbohydrate. It has become my new favorite thing. So let me show you how to make it. It's so simple. The first thing we're gonna do, let me grab this. Grab some plant-based milk. Any one of your favorite is fine. Just make sure the carbs are pretty low. So in contrast, let me just explain. I'm trying not to go over between 20 to 30 grams of carbs in a day. I'm trying to keep those carbs low so my body can burn fat and not sugar, okay? So I have about a half a cup of plant-based milk here. I'm using soy milk because it has more protein than almond milk or oat milk. I'm gonna add a half a cup of water. Let's get that filled up. So in total, we should have about a cup of liquid that we're gonna use. All right, so this is what we're gonna use. In this cup, I'm gonna add hemp seeds because hemp seeds are loaded with protein, fat, fiber. That's what we need. So I'm gonna add in my hemp seeds, and don't worry guys, I will have the exact measurements for this porridge in the description box. I'm also gonna add some chia seeds. And I'm gonna add some ground flax seeds. Now, this is an option. You don't have to add it. I like it because I like that it thickens up the porridge a little bit, but like I said, you don't have to add it in. We're gonna take this and we're gonna put it in a little blender. All right, we're gonna put this mixture in my blender cup. Now, I don't know why on earth I did it this way, because normally I just do it all in the blender cup. So here I am trying to get this out of here now. There we go. Let's pop the top on, and we're gonna blend this till it's smooth. Maybe about 30 seconds to a minute, but no longer than that. All right, so we gave it a minute. It's nice and creamy right now. You could also do half and half, like half of it not blended and then the other half blended. I just like the whole thing being creamy. I'm gonna pour it in my pot. You see how creamy it is? Ooh, 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 ooh. I love it. I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt for flavor. Like I said, I'll have the measurements for you. I'm gonna add some vanilla and good old cinnamon and some nutmeg. All right, now we're gonna put this on the stove and we're gonna cook it on a low medium for about 2 to 3 minutes, no more than 3.5 to 4 minutes. All right guys, come on in and take a look. So I've given it, like I said, about 2 minutes right now. It's about 2 minutes in. It started to bubble off. I'm gonna give it about 3.5 minutes. It will thicken up a little bit more than this. It's about 3 minutes, guys, and this is what it looks like. It's a nice, thick porridge. So we're gonna turn the stove off, turn the flame off, and we're gonna plate this up. All right, let's plate up my porridge. Let me grab my spoon. All right, so let's get these out of the way. And this is what the porridge looks like. So it looks just like porridge, guys. And I put the vanilla and nutmeg and cinnamon in there. It smells so good. I get so excited with this porridge. I know you guys are like, I'm not sure, that looks kind of weird. I know, it doesn't make sense. It's kind of like a warm chia pudding. If that, kind of like that. But you don't have that chia texture because we blended it. So to this, because if you notice, I didn't add any sugar, right? Okay guys, so we're gonna add some coconut flakes to this. Coconut flakes are low in carbs, but it adds a nice texture to the porridge, so it's not too, too smooth. We're also gonna add some blackberries. Again, blackberries, out of all of the fruits, blackberries and raspberries are very low in carbohydrates, very low in sugar, so we're keeping our carbohydrate level low. I'm also gonna add some peanut butter. Peanut butter has good fats and it has protein. And plus it's gonna give it some flavor. Again, remember, we didn't add any sugar. This is gonna give it the interesting part that our brain needs to make sure that this is absolutely delicious. So let's get some of that in. About a tablespoon or half a tablespoon. You don't have to put that much of it in there. All right. And that's what my porridge looks like, guys. I've been eating this for like the last 2 weeks because I started doing this low carb a couple weeks back. I've seen such great results, and that's why I wanted to share this segment with you guys, this whole episode, what I eat in a day, because I've seen the benefits and I just want to share it with you guys. It's healthy, especially, this is also good for people who have diabetes. So if you're diabetic, my whole day is what you're looking for. Also, I'm gonna have a whole 7-day meal plan that you guys can download right on my website at myvegankitchens.com. So you might wanna check that out because I'm telling you, this is what you need. I love it. Full of energy and everything tastes really good and so easy to prepare. All right, let me dive in. Well, I'm gonna mess up this pretty look because I like to mix it all up. You guys can eat it however you like, but I like to get those coconut flake textures in there. I like to get the peanut butter mixed in and kind of move around those raspberries so I get like a raspberry in each bite. Here I go. I still get the love of porridge without all those high carbohydrates. This is good. All right, guys, so it's lunchtime. Well, kind of technically, because remember, I broke my fast at 12 o'clock. So now it's probably around 2:30-ish, 3 o'clock. It just depends on the day. But that midpoint where I start to get hungry, it's time for my meal. All right, this is what I'm gonna make today. Again, very, very simple, low carbs, high protein. I'm gonna do my spicy jerk edamame. And I'm using frozen edamame. I got this at Trader Joe's. However, I've been eyeing that super big bag that's at Costco. So the next time I'm in Costco, I'm gonna grab that big bag because this is one of those snacks that I absolutely love, and I'm gonna be eating this over and over and over and over again. So I started by pressing, and when I say press, hold on. I'm using a garlic press that looks like this to press my garlic instead of chopping it. When you press the garlic, you get more flavor out of it, and that's what we're trying to get here. We're trying to get more flavor. Also, I went ahead and pressed my garlic, put it in this little container, and I had it sitting for about 10 minutes. When you allow the garlic to sit, you're gonna get all of the nutritional benefits that garlic provides. All right, we have a skillet going here. We're just gonna turn the heat on and get that heated up. I'm gonna add a little bit of grapeseed oil to my skillet. I'm gonna go ahead and add in the garlic to the oil. And I like to do the garlic in the oil before it actually gets heated up because you don't wanna burn your garlic. Burnt garlic is bitter, and that is a no-no. All right, let me just keep an eye on that garlic. Come on in so you guys can see what it looks like. And this is why I prefer the garlic to be pressed, because you see now it's like a nice creamy texture and it really gets into that oil. All right, I hear the oil is starting to bubble a little bit. Let me turn this down because like I said, I don't want to burn this garlic at all. We're gonna now add in our edamame. I'm losing some of my edamame. All right, I'm just gonna put enough for a snack, but sometimes I put a little bit more because when I tell you these things are delicious, they are amazingly delicious. All right, the pot has started to cool down a little bit. Let's space it out. and let the edamame heat through. Now, once I've lost the frost from my edamame, it's time to season these babies up. Turn your flame low. Again, we don't want to burn the garlic. I'm gonna add in some My Vegan Kitchen Life all-purpose seasoning. Let's just pop that top so we get a little bit more in here. I'm gonna season that bad boy up. And I'm also gonna add some My Vegan Kitchen Life jerk seasoning. I'm gonna pop the top because I like it spicy. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my jerk spices. All right, let's add a little bit of water. I'm showing off. I love that pot filler. All right, just a little bit, okay? All right, just a little bit, just to kind of simmer it down a little bit. All right, there we go. Bring that, make sure everything is completely covered in the seasoning. We're gonna cover this up, give it a couple of minutes, just until the water kind of evaporates out of this just a little bit. All right, guys, so while my jerk edamame cooks, I'm gonna make a matcha tea. I know that's kind of weird, right? Matcha. Matcha means tea, so me saying it twice is kind of weird. But anyway, we're gonna make a matcha tea right now. I'm gonna add in my matcha. And when I tell you, this is my favorite treat all day long, and I shouldn't call it a treat because matcha is very, very beneficial to the body. So I shouldn't call it a treat because it's actually doing a lot in your body. Let me grab some water. And when making matcha, you don't want to use boiling water. So this is just a nice hot water. We're just doing a little bit. I'm gonna use my bamboo whisk and I'm gonna really grind that matcha in because I wanna release all of the benefit and get rid of any lumps that it might have. And I'm using this nice wide bowl to really be able to move my bamboo brush. And I do this for about 20 to 30 seconds to really get it nice and smooth. And by the way, guys, I am using My Vegan Kitchen Life Happy Matcha. Yes, I make matcha also. I have a whole line of herbal teas, matcha, chai, so yeah. Now I'm just adding some plant-based milk. Again, I'm using soy milk because it has so much protein versus like almond milk. In my milk, I've added cinnamon and nutmeg, and yeah, that's it. I'm gonna add that right to my mixture of matcha. And then I'm gonna add, you guessed it, MCT oil. I'm just gonna add a tablespoon of MCT oil, again, because I am not consuming any sugar and I want my body to burn fat efficiently. I'm adding that MCT oil right to my matcha. And again, you notice, no sugar. I'm telling you guys that it took me maybe a couple of days to get used to not having sugar in my coffee and my tea. First couple of days was rough, and what you could do, you could add a little stevia because stevia doesn't have any calories and it doesn't have any carbs if you find that you're having trouble. But I'll be honest, guys, after about 3 days, you lose that craving for sugar, which is one of the reasons why I love doing this diet every single year, because you just lose that craving for sugar. And you know, sugar is very harmful to the body. So cheers. Let's check on those edamame. Let's put this on the side. See that? That's what we want. It's cooked up real nice. You see that juicy gravy right there? Oh, you know the edamame soaked up all of that. I'm probably just gonna give it another minute just to get rid of some of this liquid. And then we'll just plate that up. Oh, deliciousness. Edamame is ready. Let's go. Okay, that's what it looks like done. Let's get it in a plate. Get all that nice, good garlic right on top. Let's get that to the side. And that's what we got, guys. Beautiful, delicious edamame. Now, it's kind of hot. I want to taste it for you guys, but let it cool down a little bit. All right, I think it cooled down just a little bit. For those of you who are not familiar with edamame, basically the goodness is inside of this pot. So you're just gonna see, I left some garlic on here because I want that flavor. You're just gonna take the edamame, take your teeth, remove the seeds, throw away the pod, you don't need that, and you get the goodness. So you taste the flavor of the seasoned seed. It's nice and soft and easy to digest. Now, you gotta season your edamame, guys. Like, who eats edamame unseasoned? Come on now, you know I gotta season everything. These are so good. All right, so it's time for dinner. And dinner for me is usually around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, right within that time frame, but never over 7 o'clock. So now it's about 5:30, so it's the perfect time to start prepping dinner. Keep in mind, I am intermittent fasting, so I'm eating within an 8-hour window. I started eating at around 12 today, so I really want to stop way before 8 because I'm feeling tired and I feel like I'm going to go to bed early, and I want to give myself at least 3 hours of digestion time before I go to sleep so I can have a really nice, good, long, deep sleep. So today for dinner, we're going to make cauliflower fried rice with tempeh. So let me go get those ingredients right now. It's a really simple dish. Again, it's low in carbs, high in protein, and you know I'm gonna make it delicious. All right, so I have the ingredients I need. We're gonna start with tempeh, and I get this one from Whole Foods, but you can get tempeh in just about any grocery store. Tempeh is simply soya beans. So it's fermented soya beans, and for those of you who have tried it, it's not very popular amongst those because it has a little bit of a bitter taste to it if not cooked properly. I find that with tempeh, if you marinate it a little bit before you start the cooking process, it is absolutely delicious because it will take on the flavors that you have marinated with. I like the taste of tempeh, so I'm not gonna marinate it for this meal, but you can do that when you're making this recipe. I'm just gonna cut small pieces of tempeh, pieces that will cut pretty quickly. I'm probably not gonna use this whole thing because plenty will be left over for another day. So I'm just gonna use half of this block. I'm gonna also cut it. Let me use a larger knife. Just like that, so I get nice little pieces that will be within my cauliflower rice. All right, so I'm gonna place that in a skillet with some oil and get that start to brown, and then get these rest of the other ingredients ready. All right, for the next part, while the tempeh is cooking, we're gonna grate 1/4 of a cauliflower, and that usually will feed about 2 people. Now, I only have 1/4 left because I told you I've been loving these new meals that I've been cooking. They just make me feel so good inside. So I just been loving them. I just keep going. So I'm gonna take these, put it in here, and I just grate it. You can also put this in a food processor if that's easier for you, but I just love an old-fashioned grater. So once I'm done grating my cauliflower, I'm gonna take some broccoli florets and just cut them into smaller sizes. And I'm gonna place that in the bowl with the grated cauliflower. I'm then gonna just dice a couple of pieces of mushrooms. Or I probably should say rough chop. All right, now I'm checking on my tempeh. I went ahead and just roughly chopped some onion, and I'm gonna throw that in there now. I'm gonna allow the onion to just become a little bit lighter and translucent, also allowing the flavors to blend together with the tempeh. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in those mushrooms. Get those mushrooms a little cooked before I add in the cauliflower. All right, guys, this is looking good. So come on in so you can see. The mushrooms have cooked down, don't they look lovely? So before we add in our cauliflower, I'm gonna season this up with a little bit of liquid aminos. And don't worry, guys, I'll have the ingredients for this in the description box. Also, don't be afraid to add some of your own veggies. You can add bell peppers, like red and green bell peppers, any vegetable that's low in carb. So I'm gonna put the importance on, please check your ingredient labels of anything that you're gonna use, because it is deceiving. You might think there's a vegetable or a fruit that's low in carbs, and actually it's pretty high. So again, be really, really careful and check your labels. Let's add in the cauliflower and the broccoli. You just dump that right in. Give it a nice toss so everything is blended. And then we're just gonna give it a couple of minutes to get that cauliflower and that broccoli cooked. Our cauliflower fried rice is exactly where we need it to be. There it is. All I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna add a little bit of sesame oil. And I do like sesame oil because it just adds a little bit of like Asian flavor to it, a little bit of Asian flair. Also, it's high in fat, which we need, and it has no carbs. So that is wonderful. And I'm gonna add just a little bit more liquid aminos, but you're gonna taste it and make sure that it is salted just enough. We're also gonna add some green onions or scallions right at the end because it's done. We're gonna turn that flame off. Give this another toss so the oil and the onions come together. And we're gonna plate this up, guys. All right, dinner is served. All right, let's get that on the plate. That's what our cauliflower fried rice looks like with broccoli and tempeh. Let's make that beautiful right there. We're gonna add some good fats with half of an avocado. We wanna make sure that our meals are filling so we don't get hungry. Let's try to scoop this out with a fork. Let's see how well I can do that. It's a beautiful avocado. I tell you, Costco's been hitting with those avocados, beautiful. And that's going to be my dinner, guys. Healthy, low in carbs, good fats, high in protein. This meal is about 40 grams of protein. So you're getting a good amount of protein. Don't worry, you won't be protein deficient. Okay, got some avocado on this, but we're gonna taste it because it smells really good. Let's dig in to our cauliflower tempeh fried rice, and that thing is steaming, but it smells so good. Let me cool it down. If you've had tempeh and you've hated it, you're gonna love this. In this recipe, the tempeh tastes kind of like smoked bacon. Yes, I said it right, smoked bacon. It's really, really delicious. You're gonna love this recipe. That was really good. Like I said, guys, this is perfect for, should I say it, a keto-ish, vegan keto diet, or if you're a diabetic and you're looking for different recipes that are low in sugar, low in carbs, these meals are perfect. But before I'm totally finished with the day, let me show you what I have before I go to bed. Now, the last thing I do before I go to bed is have a cup of tea. I will have a cup of herbal tea. Again, I have my own herbal tea. This is actually hibiscus. This is the happy hibiscus tea. I also have happy immune teas, different types of herbal teas that will help to get through your wellness journey. The hibiscus tea is wonderful. It is great for your immune system and it's good for female anatomy. So it'll help you with menopause or if you're having PMS symptoms. And with my herbal tea at night, that's when I take my Chill Out Magnesium Bite. This is like a chocolate treat. It has the flavor of cacao and sweet dates, and it is still low in carbohydrates, so I love this treat before bed. The magnesium is gonna calm me down and let me sleep like a baby. So good. Thank you guys for joining me on this What I Eat in a Day low carb, high protein edition. I'm telling you, I'm gonna drop that fat and I'm gonna be ready for the summer. And you guys are gonna do it with me too. All of this information that I just had, recipes, the gem bite information, everything will be in the description box. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Remember, tap on that bell so you can get the reminders of whenever I drop a video, because I'm gonna have plenty more of these because the food is so tasty and it's really easy to do. And we're getting summertime fine. So join me again for another healthy and delicious meal in my kitchen. Bye, guys.